Hello Booktube, it's Span. Recently I have had the horrible misfortune of smashing my favourite cup. I had a hot cup of coffee and I dropped it. I basically just threw it straight down onto the tiles and it smashed. Now I have that sort of anxiety where I will go for hours searching for the right cup rather than use the wrong cup. Every time I went to choose a new cup, I would choose this one. I would choose this plain, yellow, sunshine, happy cup because I thought, you know, it would fill my life with happiness and vitality and joy and sunshine with this yellow cup. And now my new favourite cup is this yellow cup. And even when I try to not use this cup, I still come back to this cup for my cups of coffee. Look at the colours. All the colours. Well, yellow. For all the Black Books fans out there. So what I've got in here today is a paleo mocha. So basically it's just coffee and cocoa and it's quite bitter. I used to put in maple syrup or honey or something to make it sweeter, but recently the more bitter it is, the more I feel like I'm alive. Yeah, that's the stuff. Where's the book? Okay. So today I've got a book review for you of Ethan Grout by Matt Howard. This book is really boring. The basic storyline is pretty dull. It's pretty average. It's pretty normal. But I really enjoyed it. I can't tell you what it was I enjoyed about it, but I think perhaps it was the character development or just the building up of the characters, the realizations that these people knew who they were and they liked themselves, sort of. But like they knew who they were, or you knew who they were by reading this book. You really got to know the characters. Like the characters didn't change all that much. I mean, sure, things happened to them and they had some realizations, but nothing fundamentally changed about Ethan Grout. Like he was still the same guy. It was good. The book has a lot of morals to it about like collecting good friends. Feel comfortable with your family. Acceptance is a good thing. Themes of death and sickness and grief and mourning, but it's not that upsetting. Maybe I'm just blasé to it because I've had so much of that in my life, but I don't think that's how this works. I think it's just written in a way that makes you think that it's okay. That even though these bad things happen, life goes on. Like it's gonna be okay. Life just keeps going on. So do you ever have those characters that even though there's nothing particularly about them that you like, they just stick with you? And you can't pinpoint what it is about the character that you love so much, but then they move into your mind, into the like cavities in the back of your hair, just here. I feel like he's living here. It's little Ethan Grout and his fish and his girlfriend and his stepbrother. I'm thinking like if Ethan Grout was in this room, where would he be sitting? What would his expression be? Would he be completely taking the piss out of me right now? Well, there's a lot of good character explanations of people he works with. He goes through a lot of jobs in this book and it kind of feels like a constant job interview when you're reading it, which I didn't like, but I didn't hate. So yeah, I don't know, it was a really interesting book actually. It's kind of a coming of age novel, even though he's 27 and a grown up and so are the people around him. It's sort of him coming into his own and into this life that he wants to lead. And you think, okay, they're gonna be alright. My babies are gonna be okay. Poor little Ethan Grout. Surprisingly good, perhaps? Good in retrospect. It was good while I was reading it, but it wasn't fantastic. Like, there was nothing that made me go, oh my god, I love it. But then when I finished it, I was like, oh my god, I loved it. Like, yeah, it's an odd one. It's very different to other books, and I can't pinpoint why. I think that's the most interesting part about it. Yeah, so that's my very strange book review of Ethan Grout by Matt Howard. It says here that the author has a keen sense of irony. Maybe my whole life has a keen sense of irony about it, but it was very relatable. So yeah, I'm gonna shelve that. Excellent, so I'll see you on Monday for something, and I will... Oh, I know what I'm going to read next week. I'm going to read Rosie Garland, The Palace of Curiosities, a jewel box of a novel by Sarah Waters, mainly because the cover's really pretty. I got it for $5 at an outlet centre, and it just... I literally bought it because it was so pretty, and it's about a circus or something, and it has the word curiosities on the front page. Ow! It's still hot. Alright, see you later guys. How do you turn this thing off? So I just did the thing that I always do with new books, where you read the first sentence and the last sentence, and this one is just so good I had to just tell you. Before I am born, my mother goes to the circus. Forever.